Hi, I'm back. I'll be reading some more from the Disneyland encyclopedia. Okay, we're up to the letter G. Goofy's Bounce House, aka Goofy's Playhouse map. Mickey's Toontown, MT-1 dates. January 24th, 1993 to ongoing. To ongoing. To ongoing. No frowns are allowed in this interactive structure located near the entrance to Mickey's Toontown. Goofy's Bounce House launched with the rest of Toontown in January 1993, designed to look goofy. The lopsided bounce house appears from the outside as a widely dis discombobulated residents were all the angles are askew and any car has bashed into Goofy's mailbox. Inside, the building was originally constructed as a playpen for toddlers. To ensure it was used by only the youngest kids, there was a height maximum of 4 feet 4 inches tall, making this one of the few attractions that put an upper limit on a guest's height. Within the structure, a cast member supervised the kids, who literally bounce off the walls and the floor and the furniture, since everything was inflated and made for play. The charming decor, a kite flying inside the house, and a nutty piano to name two, and the wacky noises inside added fun. To the silly fun. After temporarily closing on January 7, 2005, on March 5th, 2006, the Bounce House reopened as Goofy's Playhouse with an additional play area outside. Today, everything out in the yard is still screwy, suggesting the builder is a klutz, but the garden now grows pre-carved pumpkins, bell peppers that are actually bells, and ears of popcorn, suggesting the gardener is a genius. The house's interior has lost its bounce and is now more of a quiet sitting area. After all the climbing, crawling, and sliding outside, kids can cool off with icy beverages from Goofy's free Z Time, a trailer with flat tires that is always parked next door but only occasionally open. Goofy's gas station map. Mickey's Toontown MT-7 dates January 24th, 1993 to ongoing. This toontastic rest stop in the heart of Mickey's Toontown offers bathrooms, water fountains, a playful car to sit in out front, and opportunities to meet the Goof himself. As with everything else in Toontown, the real fun is discovering all the humorous details worked into the decor. For example, the fish swimming inside the gas pumps, the talking water fountains, and the sign that reads, Did we? Did we goof up your car today? A list posted outside the station identifies the goofy water on tap here, including everything from liquid water to high water. Gracie Yale, 1910 to 1983. It's no coincidence that one of the characters in the 2003 film The Haunted Mansion is named Master Gracie. In fact, the whole airy building carries the Gracie name. Yale Gracie created many of the memorable special effects in Disneyland's Haunted Mansion. Born in China in 1910, Gracie grew up in Shanghai and studied art in California. His Disney career began in 1939 at the Disney Studios, where he worked as an art director and layout artist on films and cartoons spanning Pinocchio in 1940 to Babes in Toyland 20 years later. 20 years later. Throughout the 40s and 50s, Gracie supplemented his studio commitments with hours spent devising homemade gadgets and models. And impressed, Walt Disney invited him to bring his gadget making talents to new attractions at Disneyland. During the 60s, Gracie added special effects to the Carousel of Progress and the Pirates of the Caribbean attractions. Among others, one specific example of his ingenuity is the ferry pirates finale that similarly burns down the town. Though he retired in 1975, Yale Gracie continued to consult on special effects at Walt Disney World. In 1983, he died in Los Angeles at age 73. 16 years later, he was inducted as a Disney legend.
So is that a Monday and a Wednesday? Okay.
Grad Night dates June 15, 1961 to ongoing, seasonal. The long-running party known as Grad Night is a marketing concept created in the early 60s by Disney legend Milt Albright. His idea was to invite graduating high school seniors from the LA area to Disneyland in the late spring, charge them a special fee, keep the park open to them all night long, and sell them special souvenirs.
I don't know if you need it, but I don't
I'm hot chick. And you want to join the party? We're having a vodka party tonight.
Special souvenirs. Obviously, filling a late night park full of jubilant teenagers was a recipe for disruption. So to ensure proper conduct, Disneyland had several strictly enforced rules. In addition to the usual no drinking and no bad behavior rules, teenage guests had to arrive on school buses with chaperones. Shorts and t-shirts weren't allowed. Nobody could leave the park before dawn, and nobody could nap in the park. However, as Disneyland officials soon discovered, rules are made to be broken. The inaugural Grad Night was held on June 15, 1961, for over 8,000 local students who paid $3.95 each to get in. Within a few years, tens of thousands of students were coming from all over the country to party at Grad Night. Within 2 decades, oh, within 2 decades, over 150,000 were joining in on several different spring nights. Unfortunately, the kids were enjoying the party much more than the park security personnel. Alcohol consumption, minor vandalism, and overly affectionate couples were persistent problems that kept adults on continual alert. Walt Disney acknowledged the challenge in a Walt Disney Conversations talk with Bill, Ballantine, about grad night. Over 50,000 young kids, the boys in code and tie, the girls all, and party dresses. The park is theirs, beautiful, and at the mall, there were only 50 or 100 characters that we have to take care of. Allotted to keeping intractable characters in a holding area or removing them from the park altogether. Despite the occasional troublemakers, grad night continues on today. Additional precautions over the years have included a friendly frisk at the entrance, closure of some dark attractions, and periodic sweeps through theaters to clear out drowsy teens. New events have included a blast off pre-party before the main party begins, special fireworks shows, new dance areas, big name musicians, a new sponsor Honda, and starting in 2013, a new grad night location, Disney California Adventure. Even though the list of rules and dress codes is longer than ever, the event continues to be a popular tradition. The 5 millionth grad nighter arrived in 2009. For many teens, high school isn't over until they have graduated grad night. Grand Canyon diorama map. Tomorrowland T-17 dates March 31, 1958 to ongoing. While Disneyland souvenir books have always located this attraction in the Main Street section, and while the images and animals in the dioramas seem more suitable to Frontierland, the beautiful Grand Canyon diorama is actually situated in Tomorrowland, behind Space Mountain. The diorama lies one interior wall of a long tunnel that sits along the Parameter Railroad track just east of the Main Street station. Like many other attractions in the park, the Grand Canyon diorama was inspired by a Disney movie, in this case, the Oscar-winning 1958 documentary Grand Canyon. As in that documentary, the diorama pairs visually stunning images with the clip-clopping of horses to portray the on the trail passage from FERDEGROFE Parkfaces Grand Canyon Suite. The Grand Canyon diorama presents a 90-second pass along one rim of the immense canyon. The view includes a sunrise, ancient cliff dweller ruins, a a storm, a 180-degree rainbow, and a sunset, all separated from the train by a wall of glass. Combining a detailed 300-foot wide, 34-foot tall background painting with dozens of foreground animals and hundreds of rocks, bushes, and other props, the diorama was touted for years as the longest in the world, with a 1958 price tag estimated at $375,000. It was also most likely one of the world's most expensive. Certainly, it is still one of the world's most realistic. Disney legend Claude Coates was its primary creator and painter, while the cougar, eagle, skunks, mule deer, snakes, and other desert animals were the products of a taxonomist. None of them are audio animatronic machines. A 1968 issue of Vacationland magazine proclaimed that creating the Grand Canyon canvas took 4,800 man-hours and 300 gallons of paint. At the official opening, a band, park officials, and Native Americans in native dress dedicated the new D-ticket attraction, see ticket books, with a blessing of the train ceremony. The diorama has changed very little since then. However, it got a mighty supplement in 1966 when the new primeval world diorama and its impressive audio animatronic dinosaurs were added onto the next section of a train track, thus doubling the diorama drama. Grandma's Baby Shop. Map, Main Street, MS-13. Dates, July 17, 1955 to September 1955. A charming shop for infant clothes and accessories was born on opening day. Unfortunately, Grandma's Baby Shop, still an infant, at barely 2 months old, was the first store on Main Street to fold. By autumn, the Silhouette Studio had taken over Grandma's spot near today's Disney Clothers Ltd. Great moments with Mr. Lincoln. Map, Town Square, TS-9. Dates, July 18, 1965 to spring 2005. December 2009 to ongoing. A decade of advances in audio animatronic technology culminated in 1964 with the creation of a mechanical Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was originally planned for the Hall of Presidents in the Liberty Street area, an attraction that never came to be at Disneyland. Liberty Square and the Hall of Presidents would exist later at Walt Disney World. When the A-A Lincoln did appear for the first time in public, it was being used by the state of Illinois in its pavilion for the 1964 to 1965 New York World's Fair. The life-size electronic electronic effigy incorporated everything Disney designers had learned from the mechanical animals they made for Disneyland's Jungle Cruise, Nature's Wonderland, and Enchanted Tiki Room. Lincoln, however, was by far the most ambitious audio animatronic project yet. Not only did he look and sound exactly like the very famous, very dignified public figure, Lincoln's life mask was the model for the face. He also had a wide range of complex motions. Mid 1960s viewers expecting a sitting Lincoln figure that would merely swivel its head and perhaps blink must have been utterly astonished to see the great emancipator stand up, move his arms, and deliver an impassioned speech that utilized hand gestures and remarkable stubble facial movements. The August 1963 issue of National Geographic called Lincoln's Realism alarming, detailing the engineering wonders of the 14 hydraulic lines running through the body and 16 air lines working inside the mechanical head to produce 15 different facial expressions. Some members of the press were so amazed by the VERISIMILITUDE that they invented their own details about what Lincoln could do, creating the seemingly sentient figure with walking around and shaking hands with front row guests. While the robotic Lincoln couldn't do all that, designing the 8-8 figure to perform as he did was an extreme challenge to Disney's Imagineers. Over 2 years of development went into the project, yet even in final testing, Lincoln was still capable of flattening a chair when he sat on it. After the public's overwhelmingly positive reception at the fair, Walt Disney had an even more sophisticated Lincoln rush to Disneyland's Opera House for the park's 1965 TENCENNIAL. Great moments with Mr. Lincoln opened as an e-ticket attraction, though anyone under 17 years old could get in free thanks to a special coupon in kids' ticket books. The 13-minute show presented by Lincoln Savings Alone began with a short biographical film featured a dramatic monologue by the electronic Lincoln that blended excerpts from 4 of the former president's speeches and ended with a 50-foot post-shore mural that celebrated American freedom. Although most audiences loved the presentation, some elite academics were scathing in their sardonic criticism of Disney's Lincoln, insisting that the robot figure diminished the venerated President Richard Schicke productive image discussed 1968 book, the Disney version unleashed a particularly venomous attack. Mr. Lincoln retired on New Year's Day in 1973 when the Walt Disney story moved into the Opera House. However, fans were so insistent about bringing the president back that Lincoln returned in 1975, generating the longest title of any attraction so far. The Walt Disney Story, featuring great moments with Mr. Lincoln, updates in 1984 and 2001, enhanced the presentation with new special effects and better sound. Starting in 2005, the celebratory movie Disneyland, the first 50 magical years temporarily replaced Lincoln, but a further enhanced Lincoln returned in 2009. Lincoln's voice was performed by Royal Dano, a character actor with a long career in movies and TV shows. Dano, who was 42 when he first recorded the Lincoln vocals, died in 1994 at age 71. Paul Frees spoke the original narrative, introducing the attraction, and Bobby Baker provided the heart-swelling music. As for the mechanical president, Disney legends Roger, Broggie, Harriet Barnes, Mark Davis, Blaine Gibson, Bob Gore, and W.A.T.H.E.L. Rogers help make great moments great. Guest relations map. Town Square TS-4 P-7. Dates 1955 to ongoing. Disneyland's 1956 souvenir book was the first to note the existence of guest relations inside City Hall. It's still there, serving as an information center for guests who have questions or looking to file a complaint or compliment about a cast member, or require maps of the park or the surrounding area. Disney legend Robert Jani originally headed up guest relations with another Disney legend, Cicely taking over in the 60s. Outside the park, a second guest relations office has existed since the mid-80s for visitors who have not yet walked through the gates. This office was originally located in a small building to the right of the main entrance to Disneyland, but guest relations then moved to the left of the main entrance to Disney California Adventure. There, the media club, 33 members, and anybody else who needed answers before entering the park could get help. While construction was underway at Disney California Adventure in 2011 and 2012, this guest relations office relocated to a nearby ticket booth. Girl Bob, 1932. Any guest who's ever ridden in any of Disneyland's trains, bobsleds, or Autopia cars know Bob Gurr's work. Gurr is the man who created and engineered the park's transportation. Born in Los Angeles in 1932, Gurr grew up fascinated with machines and automobiles. After graduating from college in 1952 with a degree in industrial design, he promptly started his own company and found himself consulting on the new Autopia in Tomorrowland. Soon Gurr was designing the attractions cars. From then on, he worked full-time to make a reality of the elaborate vehicles dreamed up by Walt Disney, including such diverse devices as the hoovering flying saucers and the old-time Main Street vehicles. In the 50s, Gurr transformed an automobile into the Viewliner train. We designed a boxy German monorail train into Disneyland's sleek monorail, and even piloted the first test drive. Drew up the original passenger coaches for the park's railroad. Made Mr. Toad's wire cars and built the bobsleds for Matterhorn Mountain. In the 60s, Gurr designed several old-time electronic runabouts for Walt Disney's personal use, and was one of the wizards behind Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. He also worked on the OMNIMOVER parts for Adventure Through Inner Space and the Haunted Mansion. Retiring from Disney in 1981, Gurr worked on creations for other theme parks and special events, among them the King Kong attraction at Universal Studios and the UFO at the '84 Summer Olympics. Still a consultant on Disney attractions, Bob Gurr was named a Disney legend in 2004. Okay, that's all for now. Bye-bye.